Hey, welcome back, my fizzies. Can I call you that? Well, anyways, today we're gonna be surviving as a Noctla'Lune. And please forgive me if I said that wrong because these creature names are sometimes impossible to spell out. Anyways, in this survival video, I am gonna start from a tiny baby and I am gonna work my way up to an adult. Now, I am gonna set some rules. Rule number 1. I cannot eat from any of the spawn point meats. I must hunt in order to eat. Yes, I must hunt in order to eat. Rule number 2. Of course, I must grow to an adult. If I do not make it to adult and I end up dying, hint hint, I will have to restart from scratch as a baby until I finally make it to adulthood. So yeah, that's gonna be a bit fun with my totally incredible PvP skills. Yeah, totally have those. I'm gonna do something just a tiny bit different. This time around, I'm gonna do a pre-recorded voiceover. Yeah, it's a little different, but I'm gonna see how it works out. See if I like it. If I don't like it, I'll do it with this video. May not do it with another. We'll see. Anyways, I really do hope y'all enjoyed this video. And if y'all do, abuse that like button. I hope you enjoy. Let's get to my suffering. Alright, we are in, and I am looking like a small, confused worm. Yes, I am very confused because of the lack of wings at the moment. Yes, small and insignificant. Anyhow, I run around for a little bit, trying to figure out what I want to do, and decide that I probably shouldn't be staying out in the open, so maybe I should go find myself a small, dark hole to hide in. But for some reason, I get very sidetracked, and I see an extremely bright cave, and I just want to explore it. So I go into this cave, and of course I find much bigger creatures than me, and I get the fuck out of that cave real quick. Oh man, I did not want to die that soon. So as I'm running out of this cave, I come across more larger creatures than me, and I immediately turn the other way. And I think to myself, I probably shouldn't be staying on this small island full of dangerous creatures. So I book it off to Flower Cove. Now, entering Flower Cove, I'm thinking to myself, wow, I'll probably have a better chance surviving here. Immediately get hit by a blizzard. Yes, I immediately get hit by a blizzard in the middle of winter. And I'm like, damn, luck just is not on my side. So I run to go find some shelter to get out of this blizzard. As I enter this little cave, I decide to rest there. Maybe I'll just sit here for a little bit, let the blizzard go through its little course. When suddenly I get scared. I get spooked by this tiny angelic warden. Dude comes out of nowhere, and I'm like, oh, he can't get me, as I'm giant gaping hole right behind me. I mean, but luckily enough, he decided, since he couldn't fit through the hole in front of him, that he'd just walk away. But that still left me pretty paranoid. I thought he was gonna come around and try and kill me through the other hole, but turns out, guess he just gave up. Maybe winter was beating his butt. I don't know. He gave up. After a while of being paranoid, I finally decided to rest. rest out the rest of this blizzard, which took
forever.
I was sitting here so long, my hunger bar reached a little less than halfway. My little dude needed some food. He needed some food bad. His tummy be grumbly, you know. He needed to get some munchies or something real quick. So, I'm walking around Flower Cove after the blizzard rolled on by. You know, enjoying this random nebula that's hurting my eyes. When suddenly, my little dude decides to grow a pair of wings. Yes, that's right. I evolved from worm to edgy teen. With this newfound confidence, I decide, wow, now I can fly around the map and that'll be much easier to search for food. Not to mention I'm a little bigger, a little stronger. I'll definitely be able to pick off some poor, insignificant little creature. Nothing could possibly go wrong, right? Right? Of course, I'm flying around high above the sky, away from any potential danger, and I come across this very large Boreal Warden, just surrounded by all different kinds of corpses. Now I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little tempted, you know, I was hungry, but I did not want to suffer that Warden's wrath. It looked like he just fought through a whole war and won. And a little twister decided to show its face. So I flew away, not wanting to get caught up in that mess, when suddenly I saw this little critter. Immediately forgot about the twister, went for the critter, decided, yes, I can fight this dude. Here goes my first kill. Well, little critter decided he had enough of this big bird chasing him. He turned around, he bit me twice, and I died. It only took 2 bites to kill me. This tiny critter whooped my ass. So I start again, and this time around, I find myself in a jungle. And once again, a tiny little worm. So I'll walk around for a bit and decide that maybe it was best that I find a small, dark hole to hide in. And this time, I did hide in a small, dark hole. No shiny, bright caves to get distracted by. So I run in this hole, and I kind of just hang around. I try looking out a couple times, but decide, you know, it wasn't worth it. I'm like 1-hit kill at this moment. When this, and please forgive me, I do not remember this dude's name, but I'm gonna call him Velociraptor, decided he wanted to have a little snack after he spotted me. Dude could not fit into the hole, so I'm not gonna lie, I went back in that hole and I kind of teased him a little bit. You know, I was being a bit of an ass, but that's what he gets for trying to kill me. I didn't want to start over again. So yeah, teased him for a little bit, and then I ran away. Decided that it was not worth staying in that place anymore. After I lost our little raptor friend, I decided to go try and find some food. Of course, you know, I would have to fight another tiny baby creature for that. I'd definitely get one shot, but I was hungry. I needed the food bad. So I walked around for a little bit when suddenly I got swooped off my feet by a giant twister I did not see coming. I was so traumatized, I was so stunned by this random ass twister picking me up that my creature decided he wanted to grow up. And soon after, the twister threw my little skinny butt off in the distance and broke all my bones. So I stayed there kind of helpless, unable to fly for a bit, and I waited till I could. When I was able to fly, again, I flew away in search of food because at this point I was pretty desperate. I didn't even care if my bones were broken. Like, broken rib? Who cares? I'm hungry. Dude wants some munchies. And I spotted two tiny guys having a little quarrel. So I decided, ooh, bird looks a little tasty. I tried going after him. I got a couple bites in before he took off. Dude was so fast, I could not keep up with him. And that, that's probably because of my broken bones, but at the time, I didn't care. Or at least I wasn't paying attention, just completely forgot that my ribs were caved in. And of course, dude got away. So I went on my way, I gave up, still hungry, almost just about to starve to death, when I saw this tiny crab. Me, being desperate, decided I wanted to try and kill this crab. I wanted to eat him. I wanted his meat. I went in and I perfectly demonstrated my PvP skills. Yeah. Watch as this crab obliterates my wings, because I completely forgot it had wing shredder. And me, again, forgetting that my bones are broken, he let me have it, man. He smacked me into next week, dude. I was fried chicken at that point. He was eating me. So, once again, restarting from a tiny worm, I find myself this time in a snowy tundra. So I decided to stay here. Walked around for a bit, enjoying the snow, when suddenly the sky turned a fiery red, indicating that the volcano has erupted. Now I have to run to the nearest hole and wait out this volcanic disaster, because those rocks were definitely gonna probably one-shot me. Definitely, probably, I see the locals fighting the meteors, and I am hoping that some random predator doesn't come and kill me for a midnight snack. Luckily enough, that did not happen, and I stayed in that cave overnight. But unfortunately, my tummy was once again grumbly, and I was looking rather scrinkly. Stopped to get a little drink, and as I was doing that, I finally evolved again into a teen. So here I am again with my wings. Decided to go fly in the sky and find myself a meal in hopes that I don't die again. Because my past 2 attempts were really embarrassing. So I'm flying around and I see this small deer run on by, and I'm like, oh dang, I can probably catch that. I can probably eat that. I'm a bit wary this time around because, my last 2 attempts weren't exactly nice. I started attacking it, and to my surprise, it gave up almost immediately. He stood there and he took it. He just let me bite his ankles. Like, he just let me kill him. So I felt bad. I'm not gonna lie, I felt pretty bad about this. I just kind of wanted to show him mercy. I just wanted to leave him alone, but after 2 failed attempts, I was ready. I was ready. Yeah, I worked for this. Totally didn't get this for free. But then this dude's friend decided he did not like that, and he tried to kill me instead. So I took flight. I flew around for a little bit. I definitely wasn't gonna try and get this dude. I mean, look at him. This thing's a tank compared to me. I'm like I'm like a banana peel or something. I don't know. So I fly around a little bit. I kind of try and weigh him out. Luckily, he didn't eat my meat. So after he walked away, I took my chance and I grabbed my meat and I flew away. I decided that I wanted to be extra careful. So I flew to the highest point in the map. At least I think it's probably not the highest, but it's, you know, it's up there in the clouds. I flew to one of the floating islands, and I decided to stay there until my food ran out. When suddenly, it finally happened. Finally, I hit adulthood. Yes. After all this time, I hit adulthood. Yes. To celebrate my ascension into adulthood, I decided I'm gonna get myself one last meal. I ended up finding myself this tiny little shadow creature. I think it was a photovore or some kind of plant-like creature, I can't remember. As I was killing him, I did not notice the multiple status effects I was gaining from this dude. Look at that grow. I ended up losing him. Like, where did he go? I don't know. I think maybe he jumped into the water to escape me. So, I'm realizing that, yeah, I'm in a lot of trouble. So, I tried flying up to this little hill in the water to heal my status effects. And as I was waiting here, I noticed that my food and my water were gone. I definitely was gonna die if I didn't do something about that. So, reluctantly, with the tiny bit of health I still had, decided to try and get some food and water in my tummy. And at this point, I reached adulthood, so I was just gonna get the meat, the spawn meat. I was desperate, okay? I didn't want to die again. So I get the water, and I sit down for a little bit because the status effects were once again killing me. I was like, oh, please let the status effects go away so I can get rid of them and then quickly go get my water. But unfortunately, my health was so incredibly low. After the status effects were gone, I tried to go get some food, but I was too late. Once again, I got outdone by a little creature. I was so mad. I was so mad. Yeah, so this has been quite the journey. You got to witness my amazing PvP skills and watch me embarrass myself over and over. Hey y'all, thanks for watching my video. Yes, I embarrassed myself way too many times in this video, but I did it for y'all. I did it all for y'all. Anyhow, I hope y'all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next survival video. It may or may not be like the one I did where I narrate over it, because I'm not gonna lie, it took me probably 2 days to edit this in the free time I had. It was a lot, but despite that, I did enjoy doing this. I enjoy doing this, and I really want to do more. I want to get back into, I keep saying that, but I truly want to get back to doing more. You know, life just takes up too much of my time. I get home, and I feel like an old lady, tired and hurting. Anyways, y'all have a good day, a good evening, and or a good night wherever you are in this world, and I will see you next time, my fizzies. Bye bye.